I wasn't listening to my parents. I should have been listening to every word they were saying, but I thought I was grown. I thought I knew what the streets was about, didn't know what the fuck they was about.
So what happened? You was in a relationship and
they kept saying, stop hanging out with him. We don't have a good feeling about him.
Where'd you meet this guy at?
I met him in an Uber. If you want her to work for you, you have to spend time with her mind. So like he definitely spent time getting my mind to where he wanted it to get.
What was he doing that got you there?
It would be things he would say. It would be things he would make me repeat to him.
Like what?
Like.
What's up, YouTube? I have the best trainer in Atlanta and possibly the world. Hit him up on Instagram at Katie with the Muscle. Now back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm wonderful.
All right. So are you homeless or anything like that?
I'm not homeless, but
kind of in transition here, there type deal.
Yes.
I get it. So how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so how long have you been in this kind of transitional stage?
Probably for about 2 to 3 months.
About 2-3 months? So what was that happened a few months ago that caused you to become like that?
I was in a relationship and I wasn't listening to my parents. I should have been listening to every word they were saying, but I thought I was grown. I thought I knew what the streets was about, didn't know what the fuck they was about.
So what happened? You was in a relationship and...
He was more in the game and I didn't really know nothing about it. And I feel like I was manipulated into the game.
What game?
Prostitution.
So like sex work basically?
Yeah.
And so you thought that you guys was just like in a relationship, like a normal relationship?
Yeah, but he was actually just trying to manipulate me the whole time.
Into basically being into the sex work industry?
Being his...
One of his girls, basically.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. And so I guess your parents had tried to talk to you against that?
They tried to tell me.
What did they tell you?
They told me this is not the guy. Look at him watching. They told me this is not the guy for me. But what's crazy, they didn't even meet him.
So they just had
they had a
gut instinct. Huh.
And they kept saying, stop hanging out with him. We don't have a good feeling about him.
Where'd you meet this guy at?
I met him in an Uber. And it's crazy because you hear those stories like, you know, Uber drivers are crazy. I met him 2 years ago.
So he was the driver?
Yes, but he was cute. And,
okay, so
and I was like,
you was 18 and here's this cute Uber driver. What did he say to you to get you?
Is he looks young. He looks young.
How old is he?
He's 30.
30? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, he was doing this thing, Ubering or whatever, and so he talked to you. How long was it before y'all met until you kind of got into what you thought was a relationship?
About a year.
Wow.
So it's like a manipulation thing. Like if you want to get a girl to work for you, like if you want her to work for you, you have to spend time with her mind. So like he definitely spent time getting my mind to where he wanted it to get.
What was he doing that got you there?
It would be things he would say. It would be things he would make me repeat to him.
Like what?
Like he would tell me to tell him that that he owns me. So like I would have to tell him that that he owns me and stuff.
You like have to say it verbally?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, man.
And when we have sex too, I would have to say that. Man, when I have sex with him, I would have to call him my Lord and stuff. Very satanic.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? I tell my girls this all the time. I have, what's about to be a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. Okay, I tell them all the time. There's power in the tongue. There's power in the tongue, man. So you have to watch what you say because that can very well become your reality. So how long was it before y'all met until y'all started having sex?
We didn't start having sex till about 3 months. So I actually held it out, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give it to him just yet. But once I gave it to him, after that, it was like everything.
Was it because of the sex or was it because of the mental?
I think it was because of the mental. It's like he got me before we had sex. Like it was a build-up.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Can we
and
get
so
out the sun a little bit?
Yeah. That's fine.
How look? We good?
Yeah. We're still fine. I mean, we got the part that we needed as far as me getting the thumbnail. All right. So let's start from the beginning. Oh, by the way, do you have any kids?
I don't have any kids.
No kids? Have you ever been married?
No.
No? Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
Hey, man. Shout out that east side, man.
Decatur, Georgia, man.
Shout out to Dick. You already know, man.
Shout out to everyone trying to come up in Decatur, Georgia.
Hey, man, you heard him, man. Shout him out, man. Yes, sir. All right. And so, they already know I'm from the east side on this channel. So, yeah, you already know, man. So, okay. So, growing up in the Deck, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
I actually grew up in Clarkston.
Okay, well, I mean, close enough, east side. Bottom line is, growing up on the east side, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
I did.
Okay, were they married?
They weren't married.
But they were together long term?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have cousins, but they grew up like my brothers, so yeah.
Okay, so like they was in the house with you and everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so were they older than you or younger than you?
Older than me.
Older than you, okay.
Yeah.
Were you the only girl?
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately.
I get it. Okay, and so growing up, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Yes and no. I had a great childhood, but I also had a not so good childhood.
Tell me about it.
I don't want to go too deep.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just tell you. So on this channel, we are very used to hearing about what happens to young girls when they're young, And so, did that something like that happen to you?
No. My story is a little different.
Okay, tell us.
It's one of those things where it's nothing happened to me as a child to make me have done what I've done, but it's more of me thinking that I knew what was out there or the people I was with that kind of influenced that.
Well, tell us, get it out. I mean, trust me, it's gonna feel good. Don't try to, on these interviews, you just gotta let it go. Let it fly. Don't think about it too much. You say that it was a decent childhood, but in some ways it wasn't. Tell us the ways that it wasn't.
My mom, she works with celebrities. She worked with celebrities and she still works with them now. And it's been really hard for me. I think a lot of people don't really see, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity or whatever, but I understand now the feeling of a celebrity child or a celebrity, how someone of a celebrity son or a daughter would feel after they're grown up and they kind of see things for what they are.
As far as in what way?
Just how the industry is and things that happen in the industry, things that you see as a child in the industry.
So what aren't you saying? Tell us. What happened?
I'm holding back a lot, huh?
Yeah, we could tell.
It's just a lot. I don't want to say too much. I don't know.
Would it put you in danger or anything like that?
At this point, it would, but I'm not afraid because I know who's behind me. I know the Lord is protecting me always.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's not just we want to know just because we just, want to be all up in the business, right?
Yeah.
this could potentially help somebody else, or stave off any other situations that may be related to it.
Yeah.
So tell your story.
I was left home a lot, and the house got broken into when I was younger, and I had to go to my grandmother's house, and I was scared. That's just not that. It's so you know how so much happens to you. It's kind of hard to talk, like trauma.
Well,
It's so much. It's a lot of trauma that I've been through. I have to process it kind of slow because it's like
it's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't want a flood of thoughts and feelings to just rush at you, right?
Yeah, I've been through like the government trying to come after me because of the knowledge that I know about bringing the black community together.
How have they tried to come after you?
They stalked me, followed me, harassed me, groups of white men. And they just try to put fear into my heart as a black woman.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, someone breaking into the house can be traumatizing. I can tell you that much.
We got to do a part 2. We're going to do a part 2.
Absolutely.
Later. But
Absolutely. We don't want to, we don't have to unpack everything right now.
Yeah.
I could tell there's a lot there.
There is.
So come a little closer, come this way. Okay. So, bottom line is though, you had a childhood. Did you go to high school?
Mm-hmm.
I graduated?
I graduated.
What school?
Campbell High School, baby.
Yeah. Wait.
But no, I went to Decatur High School too.
Okay, you went to Decatur, and then
so
where's
Decatur.
Campbell?
Campbell's in Cobb County.
I'm about to say that ain't on the east side.
You like that ain't where we from.
I don't know about no
That ain't
Campbell.
where-
Okay, so who lived up there?
My auntie.
Okay,
My auntie
okay.
and my cousins, they stayed up there.
They ain't want you to go to school on the east side?
No, they wanted me, unfortunately, to go to school with them. So
Hey, I
went with
get it,
them.
I get it.
I wanted to go too, but I went with them. I had
What
to
was
go
your
with them.
neighborhood school?
Decatur High.
Okay, I ain't mad at it.
Decatur.
Decatur's a good school though.
It's a good school.
Decatur High is a good school. Like to people but for the audience that don't live in Atlanta, it's 2 Decaturs. You got our Decatur, which is the deck, and then you got, you got the other Decatur, which, it's a little, Anyway. All right, so bottom line though, so you went to school and everything else. So you was like, did you do any college or anything like that?
Yes, I went to Chattahoochee Tech.
Okay, so you was in school and everything.
Yeah.
So you was doing, fairly okay.
I was in cosmetology school. I went to 2 cosmetology schools, Empire and Health and Style.
Okay.
The reason I'm not in school is because they were playing with me. I know that sounds crazy, but it sounds crazy, but they just didn't want to let me win. A lot of students, and it was kind of like a community of people versus this one child who is gifted and talented and blessed and anointed. And it's like what they do once they know that, okay, that person has a light on them, that person is shining, that person is talented and gifted, and I don't have that in me. Let me try to do what I can to go stop them. So what they would do is they would go and steal my credits. We had to write down our credits that we would make up with. So these girls would plot and plan over me and go steal my credits. So they would make it seem like at the end of the day, I'm not staying after, I'm not coming in early. I used to come early, stay late.
So they used to adjust your records and stuff to make it.
So,
okay, I get it.
So that brought a lot to me. That brought a lot of stress to me.
And so, right. So, but I mean, even still, you was, like I say, you was striving as a young person,
and they
right?
stole the check from me.
How much was the check?
$10,000.
How did they do that?
They forged my signature. These crazy schools, institutions, I would say, forged my signature and signed my check. So the student, what is it called? The student, the parent, I did a Parent Plus loan.
Okay.
And the money that you get back is the money that you're supposed to spend on inventory or whatever you want to spend it on. But I didn't get that back, and they knew that once I got that inventory, they knew that I was going to be the greatest I can be because I have the things that I need, and I have everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? So they took it.
I guess, but I mean, why wouldn't they want you to be successful? Because that only makes their school better.
I understand that, but when you're a threat, especially at a young age.
So basically, you feel like they was against you and kind of plotting against you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at some point, at 18, we met this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still work for him? No. So what made you stop working for him?
I had to pray about it. I had to pray. I had to pray myself out of that situation. I didn't know how I was going to get out of that situation.
How did you get out?
I don't want to say too much, but someone helped me. The Lord sent me someone to help me. And
did you have to like physically escape?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I had to. So what I had to do, I couldn't just leave the first night because when someone knows your every move, when someone knows your routine, you have to be careful because they're watching you. So they know what you're gonna do. So I had to change my routine in order to leave. So what I had to do was I had to say, okay, I know I want to leave today, but I can't leave today. Let me stay here for like 3 more days, 5 more days. Let me make everything normal, keep the same routine until the day I'm ready to leave. So what I ended up doing, I had all my stuff with me. I had just moved out of my mom's house, and I had to move my bags out day by day. So like I can't just move everything out in one day to make it look noticeable. So every day I'm getting up, making it seem like I'm going to look for a job, and I'm going to put my stuff in a car, getting it transported somewhere else. Just through somebody that the Lord sent to me to help me.
Was this a male or a female that the Lord sent to you?
This was a male.
Was he like interested in you romantically?
He was not interested at all.
Okay, so he was just. How did he come to know about your situation?
We got into an altercation at the house, and he overheard it.
So he was a neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay, and so he helped you to escape.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy that you escaped from, he doesn't know where you were at or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
So have y'all spoken since then?
Wait, I'm sorry, repeat that?
Have y'all spoken since you escaped?
Me and the guy that helped me escape?
No, the guy that you escaped from.
No.
So you haven't spoken to him since then?
Mm-mm.
At what point did you come to realize that this wasn't the situation for you?
When my every move was being controlled and told what to do, down to the point where what I had to eat was being controlled. What I was wearing was being controlled. How I had to wear my hair, my nail color, how I had to lay down to go to sleep, how I had to pray. Even my prayer life had to change because I was dealing with this man. And that's when I knew right then that wasn't it.
How long into it did that occur? So from the time you started, doing that type of work until the time that you realized the moment that you just described, how long was that? How long was that time period?
About a year, I would say.
So about a year strong of being in that work?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, at the height of it, how many guys would you go on dates with in a single day?
Depending on how much money he wanted to make, probably 4 or 5.
Or 4 or 5. And how much would these guys be giving you per date?
Between $200 to $600.
Wow. So you're talking about, around $1,000 or so.
Yeah, that was his goal.
That was his goal for the day?
Mm-hmm.
And was that like an everyday thing?
No, he didn't. He said he didn't want to burn me out, which I thought I was already burnt out because that's enough in one day. But
did y'all like continue to have sex in between this time?
Yes.
And so the sex with the people who paid you for dates, would you like enjoy that sex, or would that just be like work?
That would just, wait, say that one more time.
The guys that paid for the dates with you, would you enjoy those times, or would that just be like work?
To be honest, since I was a little miserable in the relationship, I kind of enjoyed it. It kind of was like that was my only
like
freedom.
A relief, basically.
That was the only freedom I had.
Wow.
So it's like I kind of had fun in a way, because it was like I knew that was when he wasn't watching me. That was when, even though he still was watching the house, he still was watching wherever we was taking place at.
Right. But he wasn't actually there watching
cameras. It wasn't none of that.
And so at that point, did you still enjoy the intimacy with him?
No, it died out.
Huh.
It died out.
What do you think was it that made you?
Actually, it didn't die out because I was in love with him, and I thought that he was, at the time, even though I knew it was wrong, I was so manipulated mentally. I thought that he was doing this to love me or to help us, or I thought that this is the way to help your man when things get low. Yeah. So I guess.
Did he have any other girls?
No.
It was just you?
He did in the past, but just me.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, miss, I mean, at this point, like, what are we doing to try to get ourselves out of this lifestyle?
Now I am looking at going back to school. I need exactly $10,000. I'm not asking for anything, but I'm just telling you that's how much I need.
Well, what about your parents? Can you not go back with them or whatever?
I got my mom kicked out of her apartment.
How?
Because I cursed out the leasing office lady, because they placed cameras in my mom. It's gonna sound crazy, but my mom works with celebrities, and they place cameras around her home. When I say they, I mean the maintenance people. My mom used to travel. Not used to, she still does. She travels the world throughout the year with celebrities.
What is she, like a PR person or something?
She's a production coordinator.
Okay, cool.
So I would be home most of the time, and
so I mean, I get it. You cursed out the guy.
Yeah.
And so where does she live now, though?
She lives with one of my aunts.
And so what about
somewhere safe
So
now.
What about your dad?
My dad, he's somewhere safe as well.
Can you not live with him?
No, not at the moment.
Why not?
I don't want to get too into that, but he doesn't really have a place to stay.
Is it? Are y'all like not in a good place right now?
That's another interview. That's a whole nother interview. I promise we're gonna get
whole
to part
nother interview.
2. I promise. Not today, but I promise.
Well, and the reason why I'm so interested in that, because I'm a dad, right? And so I know that, like, I don't know if there's hardly anything that my girls could do to where I wouldn't take them back in if they were, you know, in the position that you're in right now.
Yeah. Well, he lives with his mom, so his mom, I mean, I know that shouldn't be an excuse, but...
That's your grandma, right?
Yeah. But I guess I can't stay. I don't know.
Okay. Well, like you say, we can revisit it.
I do have faith in my situation that everything is going to change really soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to revisit some of these things and dive a little deeper into them. But as far as right now, so, you know, if anybody wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way that they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that? I
do have a social media. My Instagram is zamariraine. ZAMARIRAINE. I'll tell him to list it below. And my Cash App is zamariraine9. Again, I'm not asking for anything, but I do appreciate everything. And thank you for listening to my story.
I mean, no doubt. Like, this was impromptu. You didn't expect this.
I didn't expect this.
And I had to talk you into it, actually, you know.
Yeah.
So, but real quick, spell the Cash App for us one time.
ZAMARI, Zamari. Rain, RAIN with the E. Okay. And then a 9.
Okay, got you. All right, Zamari. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions.
Yes.
And we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, okay? You make sure you have a good one, all right, sweetie?
Yes, you
all
too.
right.
Thank you.